Shalom, shalom, Brother Akeem from wfiEurope. Just want to get into another lesson today. But first of all, I want to give all glory and honor to Yahweh, and we do so for his only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorant calls Jesus Christ. Now, I want to get into the also greetings to Brother Amos, Brother Ariel, and Brother Nakon. I want to get into the lesson today, Carnival spirit. There's all sorts of spirits on this earth. I'm going to kick it off with 1 Kings 22. 1 Kings 22, verse 20. And the Lord said, who shall persuade Ahab that he may go up and fall at Ramoth Gilead? And one said on this manner, and another said on that manner. There came forth a spirit and stood before the Lord and said, I'll persuade him. And the Lord said unto him, wherewith? And he said, I will go forth and be a lying spirit in all the mouth of his prophets. And he said, thou shalt persuade him and prevail also. Go forth and go do so. So we can see that the Most High uses spirits to control man's actions, man. You know, as it says in Proverbs 20 and 24 as well. So we have to understand that man's actions are not of his own as well. So, yeah, Samuel. 1 Samuel chapter 16, verse 23. And it came to pass, the evil spirit from God was upon Saul, that David took an harp and played with his hand. So Saul was refreshed and was well, and the evil spirit departed from him. So you can see here that the Most High sends these spirits, you know, kind of soothe the spirit as well, man. But can't. Without further ado, let's get into this. I want to kick it off with Revelation 17, verse 4. Revelation 17, verse 4. And the woman was arrayed in purple, scarlet and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls. So Babylon looks it looks pleasing to the other nations that they're confederate with, man. You know, all of her laws and stuff that she set up in this world, you know. And it reads, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abominations, filthiness, and her fornication. So she has so that cup is the cup that all these nations are drinking from. And it's full of abominations and fornications, man, and filthiness. And we can see that's the same spirit that's on this earth right now. I'm going to go to Revelations 18, verse 6. Reward her, even as she rewarded you, and double unto her according to her works. And in the cup which she hath filled, fill unto her double. So for all the fornication that she sold in this earth, Babylon sold in this earth, the Most High is going to return double unto her, man. I'm going to go to Jeremiah 51 and 7. Jeremiah 51, verse 7. Babylon have a golden cup in the Lord's hand, that have made all the earth drunken, with her fornications and all sorts of other stuff that she has going on. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. You know, you kind of smell the wine when you go to a wine tasting convention, you know, kind of entices you, and you kind of taste it. Oh, this is dry, or this is fruity, or, you know. So she's made the nations mad with her fornication, man. And we can see that's what's happening today and yesterday with the carnival spirit, man. You know, let me get into some adultery now, because there's a lot of adultery happening today. You know, men's wives are kind of out there getting, let's not even get into this. And it reads, Exodus 20, verse 14, thou shalt not commit adultery. So there's a lot of Christians out there as well, and it proves that they're the Nicolaitans, because they shouldn't be out there, man. You've been told and come up in a Christian household, you should know of these 10 commandments. So why are you out there committing adultery with other people's wives, man? You know, or husbands furthermore, man. Because you don't just go for the men, it goes for the women as well. You get Proverbs 6 and 32. Proverbs 6, verse 32. But whosoever committeth adultery with a woman or a man lacketh understanding. He that doeth it destroyeth his own soul. Because the wages of sin is death. And we're going to get into that precept as well when we get to Romans. So you're doing it to your own destruction, man. So like, yeah, everyone's going carnival right now. And it reads, Romans 8, Romans 6, verse 23. For the wages of sin is death, but the gift of God is eternal life through Yahushua Mashiach, our Lord. So the wages of sin is death, man. But if you want life, you have to keep these commandments to stop you from dying. Let me get another precept. Jump back to the Proverbs. Proverbs 6, verse... Let's start from 24. Keep thee from the evil woman, from the flattery of the tongue of a strange woman. Now that's double four. That goes into wisdom and these whorish women, man. And it goes, lust not after her beauty in thine heart. So don't ponder on her beauty in your mind, you know. Neither let her take thee with her eyelids, you know, because these women kind of go, kind of look, you know, kind of come and take me kind of look, you know, kind of going off. But neither let her take thee with her eyelids. By means of a whorish woman, a man is brought to a piece of bread. And not the nice kind, not the hardo bread, man, or the gege bread, man. It's talking about that white hovis bread. And it reads, and the adulteress will hunt for the precious life. Now, that kind of gets graphic, man. You know, kind of goes in for it, man. Go in for the kill, you know, every last drop. And it reads, can a man take fire in his bosom and his clothes not be burnt? Can one go upon hot coals and his feet not be burnt? It's just like the Hamites, man. They kind of do them rituals, you know, kind of set fire on a hot coal until you run over it, man. Run across that thing, man. And now you're a man, you know? And it reads, so he that goeth into his neighbour's wife, whosoever toucheth her, shall not be innocent. So you're not going to be innocent, man, because you put sin upon yourself, you know? Let me go to 34. And it reads, for jealousy is the rage of a man. So when a man's angry with jealousy, that's a different type of anger. Not just anger, it's rage. You know, don't know if you have road rage, it's like there's no sense in you at that point. You know, you might just kill someone within that moment. And it reads, jealousy is the rage of a man, therefore he will not spare in the day of vengeance. So when he catches you with his woman, he's gonna do you something, man. Kind of put something in you, man. No diddy, man. And it reads, he will not regard any ransom, so he don't care what you have to offer. Got a new PS5, I've got £500 in my pocket. You don't care about that. You just violated his woman, and now you want some get back. Neither will he rest content, though thou givest many gifts. So you could give him whatever you want, but he wants your blood. And it reads, let's go to... Let me go to the wizards, because there's a lot of wizards out here as well, man. In the midst of Babylon right now, in the midst of Carnival, just doing folly. Leviticus 19, verse 23, and it reads, Salakia, 31 it was, man. Leviticus 19, verse 31, regard not them that have familiar spirits, neither seek after wizards to be defiled by them. I am the Lord your God. So don't regard them. They kind of call you over. Hey, miss, I got that good stuff. I got the X. I got the weed. I got the stuff that's going to keep you up for 24 hours. I don't want to be up for 24 hours, man. You know, I don't want to get the X. I don't want to be X'd out, you know. And it says, seek not after the wizards. So don't seek after them kind of pushing through the crowd. I know these guys. They're normally here. Don't go out of your way looking for these guys, man. Let me get 1 Corinthians as well. It's going into defiling your temple, man. 1 Corinthians 3, verse 16. Know ye not that ye are the temple of God, and the Spirit of God dwelleth in you? So, even that, the Spirit of the Most High is dwelling in you. If you're violating your own temple, you're violating the Most High, man. And if any man defile the temple of God, him shall God destroy, for the temple of God is holy, which temple ye are. So you're the temple of the Most High, man. Don't violate that temple, man. So many precepts as well, man. Might have to try and make this thing short and sweet. Let me get Acts 8. Acts 8, verse 9. But there was a certain man called Simeon, because there's a lot of witches out there. And this whole society is a witch as well, man. You know? And it reads, Acts 8, verse 9. But there was a certain man called Simon, which before time in the city used sorcery and bewitched the people of Samaria, giving out himself to be someone great. So there could be a woman or whore or even Babylon. Babylon gives you all these sweet sayings and stuff like that, and they do the opposite once you vote for them, you know? Or a whore says, oh yeah, I cook, I clean, and stuff like that. I'm a good girl, you know? And then when you get down to it, it's a damn black hole tunnel, man, you know? And it reads, to whom they all give heed, from the least to the greatest, saying, this man is great power of God. So they even worship the society, man. The society kind of tells you, yeah, you can do whatever you want to do, man. Do whatever makes you feel good, you know? Then when you get to marriage, no one wants to marry you, you know? Because you've already been defiled by the world, you know? And Slakia, to him, they gave regard, they had regard because of that, Slakia. Because that of a long time, he had bewitched them with sorceries. So that's the same thing this world does, man. And harlots and wizards, you know, kind of bewitch you. I got the good stuff, you know. Anyways, come on, let's get into this. Get Romans 12 and 2 as well. Romans 12 and 2. And it reads, be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove that what is good and acceptable and perfect will of God. And it reads, perfect will of God. So you got to prove to the Most High that you know what I'm saying, that you're acceptable, man, you know, and you can't conform your mind to this world. This world will tell you, you can be a harlot, boys can wear heels, you know. Don't conform to that, man. Genesis 34, let's get that. Get that, man. There's all this harlotry out here. Genesis 34, verse 31, and it reads, and they said, shall he deal with our sister as with an harlot? So a lot of brothers out there dealing with our sisters like harlots, man. You know? And she might come back home late, her hair's messed up, she's drunk, can smell the liquor in her breath since she entered the door, you know, stumbling, trying to find her feet. And you gotta be careful out there, man. There's a lot of freaks out there, man. Next thing you know, you get kidnapped, your organs get harvested, you know? Yeah, Proverbs. Proverbs 29, verse 3. Whosoever loveth wisdom rejoiceth his father. But he that keepeth company with harlots spendeth his substance. So if you love wisdom, which is this word as well, your father's gonna rejoice in you, man. This is a wise boy, this boy here, you know. You know, he's not going out there in the midst of all the other folly, you know. Because at my workplace, they kind of prejudged me already, you know. Said I'm black, so he's definitely going carnival, you know. Gonna do that stuff that I see them do on the internet. And it reads, and he that keepeth company with harlots spendeth his substance. So the harlots, they're gonna wonder what's next, man. They drank out your alcohol, they drank out your weed, smoked your weed. They, you know what I'm saying? Now they're going into your pockets. Got you running to the ATM, kind of checking the ATM. Oh, what have I got left? What have I got? You ain't got nothing left, man. No, you ain't got nothing left because you've been giving it to these harlots, man. And she searches for the precious life, whether it be your money, your fluid, you know, your time, wherever it may be. Okay, let's get some darker precepts. Hosea 2 and 5. For their mother have played the harlot. And a lot of other, because that's another thing as well, man. Titus 2 as well, man. The women, aged women, are meant to be teaching the young women how to act. And because of their mothers are harlots, the daughters are supposed to become harlots as well, you know. Their mother have played the harlot. She have conceived them and have done shamefully. For she said, I will go after my lovers that give me my bread, my water, my wool, and my flax, and my oil, and my drink. So she's basically going after people that's giving her everything she needs, man. She's going to leave the Lord so she can get some weed, so she can get some fucking, out of my language, so she can get rum, you know? So she can get all these other things. But I can't. Let me get a 3 and 2. Hosea 3 and 2, and it reads, so I brought her to me for 15 pieces of silver, and for her mare of and for an homer of barley, and of a half homer of barley. So these harlots are getting bought with cheap prices, man. You're no longer of any worth, you know. Verse 5, and it reads, afterwards shall the children of Israel return and seek their Lord and and David their king, and shall fear the Lord and his goodness in the latter days. So afterwards, after a while, you're gonna realize, man, this ain't the life you want to live. You know, you don't want to be a harlot, man. You know, it's not worth it. Now no one's taking you serious. It's just a one-hit wonder. You know, you're a one-hit wonder every night. Let me go to Sirach and kind of get into this thing. Sirach 37 verse 3, O wicked imagination, whence camest thou to cover the earth with deceit? So our mind's is desperately wicked, man. You know, it's covered the whole earth with deceit. And now, you're a special person if you manage to wake up out of this, man. You get 31 and 13. Sirach 31 verse 13. Remember that the wicked, Salakia, that a wicked eye is an evil thing, and and what is created more wicked than an eye? Therefore it weepeth for every occasion. Yeah, man, you kind of might look over there, like, so, I just got to go over there. I got to talk to her, man. Not knowing she probably has a husband or whatever it is at home, you know? Kind of going off at every occasion, man. Being weak at every occasion, furthermore, you know? And it reads, yeah, come on. So the eye and the mind is wicked, and that's a bad combination, man. That's two things, you know? And it reads, Salakia, Jeremiah. Jeremiah 17 and 9, and it reads, the heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it? So all the brothers out there that are at Carnival now, looking at our sisters, they're looking at them with the wrong intentions, man. They're using their eye and they're using wicked imagination because of what the sisters are doing, you know, provoking them onto wickedness, man. It's not provoking them onto good works. Sirach 37, 28, 27 to 28. My son, prove thy soul in thy life. So you got to prove all things that are good to you. And it reads, and see what is evil for it, and see what's evil, see what's good, and choose what's good, and eschew evil, and give not unto it. So you got to see what's evil. The eye and the mind's evil, man. Your imagination is evil, you know? So don't give whatever that appeases it, man. Filling your appetites, man, your lust. And it reads, for all things are not profitable for all men. As you can see, man, you could commit adultery and the man's not going to spare you in that day, man. You know? For all men, neither have every soul pleasure in everything. You know? Your soul might not be appeased by what you're doing in the flesh, man. Freaking off with this person. You might be, you know, don't want to get into it too much, man. Don't want to get into it too much. Sirach 47, verses 20, and it reads, thou didst stain thy honor. So a lot of people in their youth, they're staining their honor, man, you know? And it reads, and pollute thy seed, so thou didst bring wrath upon thy children. So a lot of people are polluting their seed, man, mixing with different people. And we're not meant to mix, man. We're a holy nation. We're set apart. We've been severed from everyone else. And it reads, and was grieved for thy folly. So the Most High is going to deal with us as a father. He's going to chastise us, man. Verse 25. For they sought out all wickedness till the vengeance came upon them. And that's exactly what they're doing now, man. They're seeking out all sorts of wickedness, lust, fornications, all sorts of sin, man. All sorts of manner of wickedness, man. And lewd acts. Sorry, 25. 25 should be... Sirach 25, verse 25. Give the water no passage. So don't let the water kind of turn this way and turn that. You got to stop it. you know, kind of stop it. Neither let the wicked woman liberty to gad abroad. So, you know, you got a wicked woman, aye man, or a wicked daughter, you got to keep her in the house. You can't let her go this place and then go that place, and next thing you know, she's been, you know, been forced, you know, but to do something, or she's got 10 guys that she's just doing back to back to back, you know, kind of got 5 guys there. I'm not talking about the burgers, man, you know, and it reads, if she go not, so like, yeah, can't. Verse, let's go to 26, jump straight into that. Let me see, let me go 30 first. Can't. So we're at 30 verse 11. Give him no liberty in his youth, and wink not at his follies. So if you see the certain violations going on, you got to stop it off and cut it off there and then, man. You know, don't let them have liberty in their youth, and then when they're older, they kind of rank, their attitude rank, man. You know, kind of, I ain't listening to you, mom. You know, getting old now, man. Why don't you roll over, man? You know, kind of leave me the house. And it reads, verse 12, bow down his neck while he is young, and beat him on his sides while he is a child. So when he's young, we're gonna go into the Proverbs as well, 22 and 6. But you gotta train the child up how they're meant to go, man. You gotta set them on that straight and narrow path. Don't let them be able to, you know what I'm saying? But can't, and it reads, least he wax stubborn and be disobedient unto thee. So he's not even gonna fear you, man, if you don't kind of set the boundaries. You gotta have boundaries, man. Can't be slapped about all the time, you know? And it reads, stubborn and disobedient unto thee, and so bring sorrow to thine heart. Man. Oh, even this 13. Chastise thy son and hold him to labor, lest his lewd behavior be an offense unto thee. So you might be coming into the house with other guys, man. Kind of wondering, where's your girlfriend at, man? Where's your wife, man? I'm seeing you with flipping Steve Darwin. I'm seeing you with this guy, Rob, Jack, Jake, Philip, you know? What's happening there? Now you kind of go upstairs, kind of try to open the door. It's kind of locked, you know? Kind of, what? I don't want to speak about it, man. You know? What could be going on in there, man? Let me see. Yeah, let's just get that Proverbs anyways, man. You know, it's always good to get a classic. Like the always say, don't hurt to get the milk sometimes, you know? Proverbs 22 and 6, and it reads, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. So you got to train a child, give them boundaries, and you got to give a child integrity and structure in their life, man. You got to have integrity and give your child structure, you know? You got to be home by 8. Be home before it gets dark, man, you know? Because you know there's these guys around this area, you know, they might give you mistaken identity and might shoot you, thinking you're someone else, you know? Let's see where we're going with this now, man. Let's see where we're going with this. Oh, yeah. Proverbs 26, verse 8. Now it's going to get dark. And dark's beautiful as well, man. But it reads, Proverbs 26 and 8. A drunken woman and a gatherer abroad causeth great anger. So you might see a girlfriend on Instagram and she's on top of someone's car in Miami, man. Talking about 7 p.m. Friday. It's 95 degrees. I ain't got ain't got, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, you might be at work, you know what I'm saying, doing Amazon packages. You might punch the wall, punch the table, man. You might be in anger, man. When it reads, she will not cover her own shame, you know? She's got straight bikinis in her bag, man. You know, she's not covering her shame. And it reads, the whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks. And that goes straight back to the Proverbs, man. Proverbs 6. You know, you can kind of see her haughty looks, man. Kind of search for the precious life. Now she's looking for the guys that got the money, you know? And that's going to come into this as well. And it reads, if thy daughter be shameless, hey, man, if you kind of see her moving crazy in her youth, and it reads, shameless, keep her in straightly, and keep her in narrow, man. You got to kind of narrow that down, kind of give her some talking to, you know what I'm saying? If it gets to it, spare not the rod. And it reads, least she abuse herself through much liberty. So if you don't kind of train her out the way she should go, later on in life, she might be with this guy and that guy and this, then she's no value, you know what I'm saying? So, and it reads, watch over an imprudent eye, and marvel not if she transgress against thee. You might be kind of holding your woman's hand. She kind of looks back at another guy, you know? She's thinking, why does she always do this? You know what I'm saying? Oh, no, babe, he has something on his back. I was just going to tell him, but I just thought I'd just look back instead. You know, kind of give him the look that he might understand that there's something on him. No, she wasn't hug. And it reads, so don't even marvel if she transgress against thee. Don't be shocked if she's cheated on you. Kind of go through her phone. Oh, you see the plug. You see the plug, yeah? You see, guy best friend. Oh, last night was great, babes. Last night was great. When am I going to see you again? Jesus. And it reads, verse 12. She will open her mouth as a thirsty traveler. Damn. As a thirsty traveler, she's going to open her mouth. And it reads, when she had found a fountain. So when she found them rich N-words, you know, that's what as they call themselves in the world and that, she's going to open her mouth like a thirsty traveler. You don't want to get explicit with it, but you know what it's saying. And drink at every water near her. And as we said, she might be with 5 guys, man. And we're not talking about the burger franchise, you know? 5 guys now, every water that's near her, she's drinking from, you know? And it reads, by every hedge will she sit down. By every hedge is like protection, man. Hedges we know as protection. So she might just sit down at this guy because she feels comfortable and safe with this guy. Now she might sit down with that guy and sit on that guy, you know what I'm saying? So it's getting passed around, man. And we're not talking about Thomas the Tank Engine. But yeah, and open her quiver against every arrow, you know, kind of. So she's going to open her quiver, man. And it reads, yeah, come on, man. That's enough on that, man. It's dark. It's real dark over there. In fact, let me get 23 as well. A wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man, but a godly woman is given to him that feareth the Lord. So that's another thing as well, man. The wicked women that are at Carnival, they're going to end up with the wicked men because they're in the same circumference as each other, you know? They're in the same area as each other. But we're not there. So they're not going to be able to network with us and end up with us, you know? And it reads, yeah. Let's get into this. A few more and then I'll probably wind down as well. 26 and 13. 32 and 14. Because we're going on in liberty right now. There's too much liberty. That's the reason why all the women are doing what they're doing right now. And it reads, Sirach 32, verse 14. Whosoever feareth the Lord will receive his discipline. So if you fear the Lord, you're going to receive his discipline. You know, you're going to listen to your mother and father. It's in the 10 Commandments. You know, they kind of tell you, I don't really like you hanging out with Shaniqua and Tyrese and all those other guys, man. You know, girls and guys, man. You know, I need you in here by 7 o'clock. You know, you listen to your parents if you fear the Most High God and receive his discipline, because the instructions come from your parents as well, man. And it reads, and they will seek him early and find favor. So you're going to find favor, man. You know, you might just leave at 7 o'clock. Then at 7:05, there was a shooting that went on. And the friends that you left behind, all of them got hit in the back. One of them kind of got walked down. Kind of walked over, in their head, you know? Come on, man. Come on. The worst thing is as well, I know there's Christians out there. Let's get into this, man. I know there's Christians out there. I need Acts 11:26. Notice Acts 11:26. And when he found him, he brought him unto Antioch. And it came to pass that the whole year they assembled themselves with the church and taught much people. And the disciples were called Christians first in Antioch. So the disciples were called Christians. Now, if you're a disciple, you're obviously an Israelite. And the Israelites have the law, statutes, and commandments. And you're not following the commandments and the law. You're going against the law. So you can't be Christians. You must be the Nicolaitans, having one foot in the world and one foot in the Lord's business. You can't do that, man. You know, 9 spirit, man. 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You know. All right, man. Let's get into this. So we know that the disciples were called Christians, right? John 8, verse 31. And Jesus said to those Jews which believed on him, if you continue in my word, then you are my disciples indeed. So if you're continuing in Christ's words, then you're his disciple, which were the Israelites, you know? And you're not continuing in Christ's words, so you can't be Christians. As simple as. Let's get Titus 2 and 3. I already called out Titus 2 and 3. Let's get those precepts there. Because we shouldn't be following the other nations, man. We shouldn't be following the other nations. And it reads, Leviticus 18 verse 4, Ye shall do my judgments and keep my ordinances to walk therein. I am the Lord your God. Ye shall therefore keep my statutes and my judgments, which if a man do, he shall live in them. I am the Lord your God. So come on. We're meant to follow the Most High's laws and statutes and commandments, man. His ordinances, not ordinances of this world. Kind of comes about this time of year, this hour. I need to be at this place, man, because everyone's going to be here at this place. You can't be conformed to this world. Let me see as well. Jeremiah 10 verse 16, the portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the former of all things, and Israel is the rod of his inheritance. The Lord of hosts is his name. So our portion is not like the portion of the other nations, man. You know? Our portion is not like the portion of the other nations. So we can't be doing things that the other nations are doing. Alright? So we have to understand, man. Okay, another precept. So right now. Okay, let me go there. Sirach 9, verse 11. Sirach 9, verse 11. Envy not the glory of a sinner. Thou knowest not what shall be his end. Delight not in the thing that the ungodly have pleasure. So don't delight in the things that the other nations have, you know. And don't envy the glory of the sinners, man. You know, kind of see on Snapchat. Oh man, I wish I was there, man. Aye, man, they had a whale of a time, man. They had a ball, you know. No, man, because you don't know the end of what's gonna come to them. They might kind of leave there, kind of get hit by a truck in front of all their friends. Now they're all traumatized. And it reads, but remember, they shall not go unpunished unto their grave. So there's something waiting in store for them, man. Lord willing, they repent and come back to the Lord, man, and keep his law, statutes, and commandments. But yeah, let me get another one. So lucky about that Israel battery percentage. Let's see. Revelations 14 verse 4. And there are they which were not defiled with the woman, for they are virgins. Ooh, let me start from the bottom. Actually, yeah, can't. Let me start from verse 3, in fact. And they sung, as it were, a new song before the throne. So you're going to be singing a new song before the throne, man. You might be singing this, you know what I'm saying? But you're going to be singing it like it's something new. You're going to be singing it gloriously, like wholeheartedly. You're going to put your all into it. And it reads, and before the four beasts and the elders, and no man could learn that song but 144,000, which we aspire to be, man. Lord willing, we're with that number, man. But we don't make ourselves with that number, you know? Or even if they're 1/3, you know? And it reads, which were redeemed from the earth. These are they which were not defiled with women. Now, it's not talking about actual women, you know? Because there's people in the Bible that's the elect, and they did, you know, they did have a woman. So what it's going into is going into doctrines, man. Doctrines and this world. The Babylon. Babylon's a whore, you know, as we can see. And it reads, for they are virgins. These are they which follow the Lamb whatsoever he goeth. These are people that are vehement for the Lord, man. They're on fire for the Lord. Wherever he goes, you say jump, you say how high. You know? And it reads, these were redeemed from among men, being the first fruits unto God and to the Lamb. Calm. And their mouth is found in God as well, man. They ain't double, you know what I'm saying? Double mouth. Double tongued, as they say, you know? Say one thing and then do the opposite. Well, calm. With that, I want to say shalom, shalom. Kwam Yashala. Lord willing, everyone's doing well. Shalom.